Okay, this morning, again, this is going to be one of my last videos this morning uh, because it's something that's very, very dear to me, and I want you to know, um, you know, you have to understand all my life, I've been a loser. I've lost everything, really. I've left high school. I'm divorced twice. I have been a loser all my life. Now in I guess it was 92, somewhere along in there, I stumbled across a man and a book or a series, and most of you may know this, of Tony Robbins. And it was a late night infomercial, and damn, I was broke, man. I was broke emotionally, I was broke financially, I was just broken. And he made a phrase that had stuck with me. The past does not equal the future. And it rung out with me. So I started putting some of the things in motion that he taught in his personal power course. Then I started subscribing to and reading about every book I could get my hands on. I had nothing else to do, quite frankly. I couldn't go anywhere, didn't have any money. I couldn't, things were really bad at that time. But they were also the things that shaped my character. So there was no way up for me. And maybe some of you out there are in the same situation. You don't want to, you don't know what to do. Maybe you're down at the moment. Maybe you're trying to make ends meet. But there's a number one thing that I'm going to ask you to invest in, and that is yourself. I'm not a motivational speaker, so I want you to understand this is coming from the heart here. I don't script anything. I will not even allow anybody to watch me videotape. My door is shut in the office because everything that I put out here on videotape is real Randy. It's as transparent as I know how in the hell to be. If you're struggling and you don't have the money to start a business right now, don't worry about it. First you've got to invest in yourself. Go to the library. I stayed in libraries, my God, and just kept reading and reading. That was the only thing I had, was the ability to read. And so I did read, and what I started reading was about amazing people, where they had come from nothing. I mean, uneducated, just like me. Henry Ford, uneducated. So many people out there, and the list goes on and on. Richard Branson, see? Uneducated. Bill Gates dropped out of college. It's got to be within you. And so the investment that you make in you is the priority in investment. Now, like I said, I'm not a motivational speaker, but every morning, before, and most of you know that my videos start around 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. About daybreak, I'm up. But even before I'm up at daybreak, I am laying in bed listening to a book. And it's always a book about myself, investing in myself. And I'm a member of Audible. I'm not plugging Audible, okay, but I'm thankful that they're there, okay, because I have literally a library of hundreds of books on Audible. And I can tell you one thing, that there's no such thing as a successful business unless it's got successful people behind it. And so if you're planning on starting a car business, it's more important that you know what's within yourself rather the potential for the car business. Come on, if you got to ask yourself, can you make money in the car business? Gosh, it's kind of I mean, how many people out there are making very good livings in the car business? But the main thing that they are, if they're successful in the car business, they're successful in knowing themselves, knowing their limitations, knowing their capabilities. Now, when you're here, you know, and I don't know that I've said this on video, but I say it on my Facebook a lot. The most flattering comment that I ever had made about me personally was an ex-partner, and we had done very well, and we sold that business that was not even the car business. It was a total separate business. And he was actually speaking about me at it was actually a sales meeting later on in even another business I owned. And he made the comment and said, you know, I used to think Randy Barber was probably one of the smartest men I had ever met. And we were partners for 2 or 3 years, and we actually worshiped each other. It was a fantastic partnership. And I'm sitting there, and boy, I'm feeling just as humble as I could feel. And then his next sentence was, and then I learned he's probably the stupidest man that I've ever met. And I'm thinking, oh boy, that went from praise to flutter in an absolute minute. And he says, because Randy Barber is too ignorant to know that he can fail. And by that time, I had already done the personal power and the books and stuff. And he said, I have never seen anybody in my life that failure does not exist in his vocabulary. He's never afraid to try anything. He is a true believer of the shots you never take are the ones that you miss 100% of the time. From Wayne Gretzky, of course. So, you know, you got to take a shot, but make the first shot in yourself. Now, if you're on the down and out, I want to tell you this straight up in our program. If you're on the down and out, I don't want you in the program because I'm not interested in anything but you. Frankly, most of you know that, you know, my lifestyle and my wants and needs and what I've accumulated. I'm so damn blessed. And so from sitting out here now and telling you, no, don't jump into anything until you go in and you invest in yourself and you build the confidence in yourself. You wear that backpack and you're ready to tackle the world. And it doesn't matter whether you're going to use the car business as a vehicle or you're going to use pet rocks as a vehicle. Whatever business you are in, it's not worth a shit if it doesn't give you the courage to stand up and say, I can do this. I can freaking do this because I am and I will be somebody and I want to help other people be somebody, and by God, this is my vehicle. Now, that may be the car business. It may not be the car business, but it's you, the business of you, and you need to take charge of you. So, you know, that's just my last video today. I've got cars that I got to get out here and get ready. We got a big week coming up at the auction. And you know, sometimes, you know, I look around here and I look at, maybe I'm about to lose my ass on some cars that I'm carrying back to the auction that I bought to retail. Overall, I am so far ahead of the game. It doesn't matter to me what the car is worth or what the car brings at auction. It really doesn't matter. I have literally made thousands upon thousands off the cars that did go to Craigslist, that did go to Facebook, that went to friends, it's been a very rewarding year for me. And so now I have, and they're not bad cars, I don't know, I decided I'd just flip them around and get some cash. And that's, again, the reason I'm in the car business. It's fast flipping when you're ready. That is true car flipping. Anyway, remember, please invest in yourself. Whatever you do it with passion, or don't frigging do it. Subscribe, like, and share to this channel if you find it beneficial to you or some of your friends. Thanks.